Okay. Hello friends, welcome to MeritHub. My name is Buddhatipa. I am a student of mechanical engineering. Those are preparing for different type of competitive exams like SSC JE, RRB JE, which is related mechanical engineering. This session is very important for those students because the previous year questions is very important for achieve a good rank in this type of exams. Okay, so in the a series of sessions I discuss the previous year questions of the books youth competition times there. Every question's explanation is given in a details manner, so it's very helpful for us. Okay, let's start. And those are new in my channel, please subscribe my channel and on the notification to get to join with me. Okay, thank you. Let's start. Question number 251. Okay, already I discussed 10 classes. Those are not say the previous lectures. Please go through playlist in my channel and you get these sessions. Okay, all classes. Let's start. Question number 251. 1 bar equals to 1 bar equals to, you know, that 10 to the power 5 Pascal. Okay. If you know the answer, please comment the answer. Next question, friends. If W is the specific weight of the liquid and H is the depth of any point from the surface, then the pressure intensity at the point will be W by H by W. If you know the answer, please comment the answer in the chat box. First, nobody in on live. Okay, let's I explain this question answer. Okay, we know the depth is P equal to rho gh pressure, intensity of pressure equal to rho gh, where rho g is the specific weight W, so WH is the answer. B is the answer. See the explanation is given here. Next question, friends. We can a piezometer be not used for when can a piezometer be not used for the pressure measurement in pipes? Okay, hey, A, the pressure difference is low. B, the velocity is high. C, the fluid is in the pipe is gas. The fluid in the pipe is highly viscous. Piezometer do not measure the pressure of the gases. So C is the answer. Here the explanation is details manner. You can see the explanation. I read this explanation. Piezometer is the smallest from the manometer used for the measuring a gauge pressure. One end of the piezometer is connected to point where the pressure is not be measured. Sorry, where the pressure is to be measured, and the other end is open to the atmosphere. At the one end is open to the atmosphere, so it cannot be used for the measuring the gas pressure. Gas pressure cannot be measured by means of the piezometer because a gas forms a no free atmospheric surface. Gases have no surface of free surface, and it cannot be used when the large pressure in the lighter liquid to be measured. Next question, friends. Pressure due to weight of a liquid is independent of which of the following quantities? A, material of the base of the container. B, height of the liquid. C, density of the liquid. D, acceleration due to gravity. Pressure due to weight of the liquid is independent. sorry for interrupt. Pressure due to weight of the liquid uh, is independent of which of the following quantities? Okay, pressure is rho g into h, so is density, gravitation, and the height of liquid. So is the answer material of the base of the container. Next question. The gauge pressure at the bottom of the water column is 3.76 bar. What is the height of the water column in meters? In water column, I explain the questions answer. You solve this because in my phone screen it is very small, so it's not possible to full solve. I see. I see you the answer of this question also. The gauge pressure at the bottom of the water column is 3.6 bar. Okay. What is the height of the column in meters? Okay. We know the P equal to rho g h, where rho is the 1000. P is the gauge pressure. So gauge pressure is 3.76 bar. It convert into meter into 10 to the power 5 Pascal, and G is the 10. So here you calculate the age. Here the explanation. P equal to rho g. You put the data in this equation, you can get easy answer easily. Next question, friends. In case of the rectangular lamina with side in liquid surface having the depth h, the depth of the pressure will be rectangular uh, lamina side liquid the surface of the depth h. Okay, this type, sorry, explanation is this is the type of the picture. Okay, h is the height. If you calculate this, you got the 2h/3, where x is the surface to center of gravity distance is h/2, and height equal to a ig sine square theta by a h bar plus h bar, where h bar is the distance from the free surface to gravity movement. Sorry, center of gravity. Sorry, center of gravity. Next question, friends. The piezometer measures the pressure only. Absolute gauge, atmospheric, and any of one of the piezometer only measure the gauge pressure. You can see the explanation. A piezometer is the simplest manometer used for the measuring gauge pressure. One end of the piezometer is connected to the point where the pressure is to be measured, and the other end is open to the atmosphere. Next question, the pressure intensity of a point in a fluid is given 3.92 Newton per centimeter square. Find the corresponding height of the liquid fluid. The fluid is oil of the specific gravity is 0.9. Okay, first you see the answer is given in meter. So you can first convert this in Newton per meter square. The centimeter to meter is 10 to the power 2. 1 centimeter equal to 10 to over minus 2 meter. Okay, so 10 to the minus 4 in here we multiply 10 to 10 to the 4, then you can get the Newton per meter square, and specific gravity 0.9. So pressure equal to rho g into h. Rho g into specific gravity 0.9 into h. Here the pressure is given, it convert into Pascal, which is coming. Then you divided this by 0.9, then you easily get the height of the pressure intensity of fluid. Okay, this is the actual process. As I told, this is as like. Next question: the relationship between the pressure and the depth of the fluid is static condition. P directly proportional to height. A is the answer. Next question: for accurate measurement of the fluid pressure we required differential manometer, piezometer, inclined manometer. None of these. Inclined manometer is measure the accurate. Okay, it is good for the small fluctuation of the load or the pressure. A perfect vacuum is obtained when the absolute pressure is zero, atmospheric pressure is zero, gauge pressure is positive, gauge pressure is zero. A absolute pressure is zero. Next question: sensitivity of the U2 manometer with the inclined leg depends on specific weight of the fluid, length of the lag, angle of inclination, atmospheric pressure. I think C is the answer, angle of inclination. Let's check the answer. Yes, angle of inclination. Sensitivity of the U-tube manometer with the inclined leg depends on the angle of inclination of leg. Sensitivity L by H equal to 1 by sine theta. There is the maths, or the right limb of the simple U2 manometer containing mercury is open to the atmosphere, when the left limb is the connected to the pipe of the which fluid of the specific gravity is 0.9, and the center of the pipe is 12 centimeter below or the level of the right limb. Find the pressure of the fluid in the pipe of the difference of the mercury level in two each 20 centimeter. If you solve easily by the equation P equal to rho gh. This is the process in this question. Okay, just apply the hydrostatic law. Pressure is same all on in all directions. Pressure is increases to increase in vertical height. Pressure measurement is done by measuring heat losses from a heat wire. Think a piranha gauge. Let's check. Pressure measurement is done by a piranha gauge by the measuring heat losses from a heated wire. The traditional piranha vacuum gauge is based on a hot meter wire suspended in a tube that is exposed to the gas pressure medium. The piranha gauge measures the vacuum pressure depends thermal conductivity from the heated wire to the surrounding gases. Next question, friends. The pressure of a point in a fluid will not be same in all the direction when the fluid is moving. Viscous and static, viscous and moving. D, viscous and moving. And the both cases, viscous and the moving, the Pascal pressure at the point is fluid will not be same. This Pascal law is not satisfy. Next question. The pressure of a fluid on a surface act normal to the surface, normal to the sphere, parallel to the surface, normal to the surface. The pressure of the fluid on a surface act normal to the surface. Pressure of a fluid defined as the force per unit area. Intensity of the pressure P equal to F by A. SI unit is the pressure Newton per meter square Pascal in MKS. Question number 267. The pressure in pascals at a depth of the 1 meter below the free surface, a body water will be equal to, you apply this equation H to rho g h, where h equal to 1 meter, where rho g is the 9810 for the water, 9.81 into 1000. So answer is 9810 pascals maybe. Yes. Next question is, simple pitot tube measures the static pressure, dynamic pressure, total pressure, difference in total and the dynamic pressure. A measure the total pressure. A simple pitot tube measure pressure, static pressure and the dynamic pressure. It also used to the finding of the flowing flow in the open channel flow and pipe flow. Pitot tube working the principle of the Bernoulli's theorem. It is the glass tube is bent in the by the 90-degree L shaped and the supported against the flow. Stagnation point is a point at which the velocity of the fluid brought be raised isentropically. Next question. The point of application of the total pressure on the surface is called the center of pressure. The center of pressure is defined as the point of the application of the resultant for pressure on the surface. Next question. The pressure measured in the piezometer tube is determined by the Newton per mm square, Newton per meter square, head of liquid, Newton per centimeter square. It's head of liquid in terms of head. C is the answer. Pitot tube measure the velocity of the fluid in tube flow. Orifice meter discharge measuring device. Rotameter flow rate measuring device. Next question. Question number 271. The atmospheric pressure held in the terms of the water column. In water column in terms of 10.3 meter. For your a question for you. What is the atmospheric pressure in term of mercury column of mercury or mercury column? And comment the answer in the chat box. Next question. 1 torr of the pressure is equivalent to, it's equivalent to 1 of the mercury. Next question. What is the gauge pressure? It is the pressure measure relative to the perfect vacuum. No. It is the alternate name of the datum pressure. No. For you questions, what is the name of the other name of the datum pressure? If you know, please comment. It is the pressure measured relative to the local atmospheric pressure. This is right. It is the same as the local atmosphere. No. Let's see the explanation. The pressure relative to the atmospheric pressure is called the gauge pressure. Gauge pressure can be positive, negative, or zero. Absolute pressure to atmospheric pressure plus gauge pressure. Next question. The reading of the normal burden pressure gauge fitted on the vessels is 25 bar. The atmospheric pressure is 1.03 bar and the volume is G is 9.81 absolute pressure. We know that the absolute pressure equal to gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure. Here is atmospheric pressure is given 1.03 bar. You find the absolute gauge pressure. Here is the gauge pressure 25 bar. So add of these two, 25 plus 1.03, 26.03. C is the answer. Let's check the answer. Yes. Next question. The liquid used in manometer should have low density, high density, low surface tension, high surface tension. Manometric should have the I think the low surface tension. Let's check. Sorry, high density. Yes. High density fluid is required for the U2 manometer. For differential U2 manometer, it's opposite, low density of required. Okay. Manometer is used to measure the pressure pipe. The properties of the manometric fluid: the low vapor pressure, low freezing point, high boiling point, non-wetting characteristic, low surface tension, and chemically inert. Thank you for watching this session. If you like this session, please like for this session, and please share with your friends in this session. And thank you so much for watching.